All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back into the stream. It is Riven and Fate here. Welcome in, guys. We are back with what is this? Number 36, our podcast. We are here on YouTube today, doing our podcast. It just makes it a little bit easier, so we can just have our podcast straightly upload to YouTube. You can get it raw, you can get it fresh. It's gonna be just us right on YouTube, and then we'll upload the audio. Oh my god, look at my hair. Upload the audio to the thing of Bobby Dingy called Anchor, which we'll pass it down to all the other platforms called all the other different platforms, Apple or Google or whatever wherever you listen to your podcasts. So that's why we're over on YouTube. Cookies! What's up, dude? Cookies.
Hello there.
Hi. But how are you, Fate? How's everything going, man?
Everything's been going really well, man. I have been gaming a lot as of late.
That's good, man. It's always good to be in the gaming.
Yeah, especially especially in your downtime, especially when you just want to relax, just game and get caught up on stuff as well.
I agree, man. Just getting some music for us. We can kick off this podcast. There we go. I think that'll be good. We got some Harris Heller lo-fi going on. I think we have perfect little background music for our stream. So let's jump over to our show notes. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to jump right into this. It's a lot of stuff to just discuss and go over. There's a lot of news coming down the pipes. Let's jump into our show notes here, guys. But I hope everyone is having a wicked awesome Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wherever the hell we are. What day are we in? Thursday. I don't know what day it is anymore. I feel like since I've been working from home, dude, every day feels the exact same day. There's no difference. Every day is the same day. I just wear different clothing. That's about it. The same four walls. It's the same freaking cat. It's the same food I cook all the time. I'm like, this is definitely just like, this is just Groundhog Day. I'm living Bill Murray's movie. It's craziness. Except I don't hit by cars or anything like that. So luckily,
Well, that's always a good thing, man.
That is always a good thing. But let's jump into this, guys. So we got some good news to talk about for this podcast number 36. The biggest one I'm going to start off with. So I don't know if everyone heard about that. Discord was actually in some major talks with Microsoft, and Microsoft was bidding on them for like $10 billion. Microsoft is just throwing around tons of money. They bought out Bethesda for like $7.4 billion, and then they actually just bought out somebody else as well. They bought out some big healthcare speech recognition software for like $4 billion, and now they're looking to buy Discord for $10 billion, which is absolutely crazy. But Discord turned around and said, "No, we're gonna go public," which I thought was absolutely crazy. I just found it. It's just the one side of it is it's just Discord, Microsoft just throwing all this money around, dude. Like they have so much money, so much money to be buying Bethesda for $7.4 billion. They bought the speech recognition software for a couple $2 billion, and now here we are, Discord. And the fact that Discord turned around and said no was actually, I think, a good decision to stay independent and not have Microsoft trample all over them. Because Microsoft can go one or two ways, and they've always proven they can go one or 2 days. They can do really good with their products they buy, or do really, really, really horrendous with the products that they buy. And if you look at Mixer, that's just one side of how bad they are. And then if you look at like their phones and their TVs and all the other products they've been in, there's just some things they just don't do well in. They don't market it well. They don't keep up with it well. So I was a little worried when they said that Discord may have been bought out by Microsoft, but I'm happy to hear that it's not being bought out. It will still be independent. and they're going to go public. They're going to put themselves up as an IPO, which is an initial public offering up on the stock market. I don't have any news on that, so I don't know when that's actually happening, but we'll make sure to keep you up to date here. So if you're into buying Discord stock, that could be cool. We'll let you know when that actually goes live on the market, so you can drop some money into it if you're looking to do that. I know Roblox went live, so that was cool to see Roblox come out. But they went direct to market. They didn't have an IPO. There's a lot of different things and loopholes and red tape you have to go through for opening up an IPO, where direct to market there's not much really you need to go through. But so hoping to see that come out soon, so we can get some shares in Discord. I mean, Discord's a big chat program, and it's no longer just focused on gaming. It's been open to the whole, like, it's been open to community across everything. You know, teachers are using it, businesses using it, everywhere. I don't know, everyone's using Discord now. So it's no longer just focused on gaming, which is actually pretty cool. So I think that will be pretty interesting. I would love to see, like, one day Discord just be implemented into like a solution, like a business. That'd be pretty interesting. Like if Microsoft did buy it over and like they implemented it somehow into the business. I would love to have seen Microsoft. The one side of it is, guys, I would love to have seen Microsoft take Discord and take a lot of the teams, Microsoft Teams. If you work in IT or you work in some type of place and they're using Microsoft Teams, Teams is a powerful program. I actually think it's a lot better than Slack. Slack is cool, but Teams is just a really awesome application. It's a little resource heavy, but it's a really good application for communication and integrating like all the other Microsoft products as well. I would love to have seen Discord get some of the features that Teams has, because in my opinion, Discord just doesn't innovate in the right places, and it's missing some key features. Like, so a part of me was hoping Microsoft would have gotten them and just improved on a great chat platform already, but it just didn't happen. Which is, you know, okay for Discord, because now they can still be independent, looking to gain money in different directions. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Faye? What are your thoughts overall for whole Microsoft not getting the Discord deal? I think it's good or bad?
I mean, it's a 50-50 flip for me, because look at, all right, I'm going to bring up something that they bought in the past, Skype. And look what happened with Skype.
Nothing.
It's literally nothing happened with it. Now the question is, if they were to acquire, what I thought was pretty interesting, Discord right now is worth $7 billion, and then Microsoft threw $10 billion at them, which is like a few more, billion towards for them. And I really thought that was like really interesting for them to turn down that offer. Like, I actually thought they would go for it, but I have a feeling the reason why they did not go for it was due to the backlash of everything that was going on from, the people that were using Discord,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that is a major factor of why they declined it.
Possibly. The community, I think, was an uproar that was even going to happen. I think a lot of people were worried it'd become part of like their Office 365 programs, which I don't think I would have. I think they would have kept it part of their gaming, like their Microsoft Studios, I think would have became a part of. But no, I agree with you. I think there was a lot of backlash from the community, and Discord saw that. And I was like, you know what? We're going to go public. So I don't know if it's going to hurt or help Discord at this point in time, but I know there was definitely people. It wasn't even Microsoft that was looking to buy them. They were looking. Amazon was looking at them, offered them deals. There was a lot of bids going on. I think it was Amazon, Microsoft, and some other company. I forget the company. There was a few companies looking at them to buy Discord from, to get Discord. Just didn't pan through. So we're going public now with an IPO to hopefully gain some money. And hopefully once they start gaining some money, they can start innovating in their correct areas, so we can see some improvements in the Discord area, because that's a cool chat program. It's just lacking, and you know me in Discord and how I feel about it, and why I moved completely over to Gilded, in terms of like just different things.
Yeah,
so
like with Gilded, I definitely like the layout and everything for the platform, and like the way that they have like calendars and stuff like that. But I totally agree with you. They definitely have a lot of stuff that they need to improve on Discord. especially I'm gonna say it now because I know a lot of people are having issues with it currently, is the partnership program, and they need to fix that if they want to keep the platform going, because I've been seeing a lot of backlash with everything that's been going on with the partnership program as of late, and it's definitely they're leading themselves into a bad place.
They are. They definitely are. And you've seen a lot of people from the Discord partnerships actually applying to become a Guilded partner and then moving their community from Discord to Guilded. So, and Guilded's been around since 2016, but they really haven't promoted themselves much. And they were kind of like a niche thing for a little bit. And like last year, they've been really pushing marketing and building community and really just starting to really going at the Discord like pretty hard too. Like a lot of their tweets are going at like ditch Discord, ditch Discord, get Guilded. So it's very interesting. So it's fun. It's fun because it gives us gamers choices. So it's always good to have competition, because then you have choices. You can stick with Discord, go check out Guilded, and see what you like better. I think they both provide this similar concepts. One, you just need third-party bots to do a lot. Guilded requires not much bots, and it's all built in directly to what you want to do. So it's pretty cool. Otherwise, I think it's a neat little program, Guilded. But let's see what happens with Discord and IPO and their public when they go into the IPO, going into the stock market. I am probably gonna buy some Discord stock because why not? It's Discord. I don't hate them. I would like to see them do well.
Oh yeah, same here.
So we'll see what happens. But that's our biggest news for, I think, this week, and we have a bunch more to cover too. Actually, some more big news. But Discord rejected Microsoft. That's crazy. $10 billion. Whew. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I don't know what the hell to do with that.
It is a lot of money to turn down.
It's a lot of toilet paper.
A lot of money.
Am I wiping your booty with all that? Damn. $10 billion. I don't know what the hell I would do with that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about this is another big hit in the gaming area, I guess. The Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan's leaving Blizzard, and that's a big name, and it just makes you wonder about the future of Blizzard. I know he's been there for like 20 some odd years, maybe 19 years. I think it's been.
Yeah, I think it was 19.
So, which is a long time to be at any company. So I understand, like, one side of it is like, I've been here for 19 years. I would like to move on. The other side of it is we know how Activision and Blizzard is right now, and they're an absolute mess in terms of just like everything that's going on with them. They're just not in a good spot. So there's two sides probably from Jeff Kaplan's decision to leave. I've been here for 19 years, and I feel like I'm gotten stale. I feel like my hair is an absolute mess. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't realize my hair looked like this. That he's leaving because it's stale. I haven't gotten any recognition or haven't done anything new, and I just don't like the way the company's going. And Mark, what is it? Mark? Oh my god, I can never pronounce his last name. Mike Morheim. He started his own company, Dreamscape. I can't remember the name of his company he started.
Yeah, I think it was Dreamscape.
So, and you have to think, is Jeff Kaplan going to go there and join his team? So, and Mike Marheim has pulled a lot of people from Blizzard who has left or are looking to leave over into his company. So, I know a lot of people are like, well, that's because the way Blizzard is. And yeah, I think part of it is that, right? I think part of it is that. But I think the other part of it is, dude, he's been there for 19 years. Like, 19, you think, why? Maybe he's like 40 years old-ish. So he's probably like, let's get out of here. There's other things out there for me to do. Like, and he's probably not, and the other probably not happy anymore. I mean, look at Blizzard. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Fate? I mean, just look at Blizzard as it is. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, a lot of the OGs left really quickly after when they were acquired by Activision. So I don't doubt that we're probably going to see a lot more in the near future of this happening. With a lot of the, I would say founders, because they were there since, beginning. And
right.
I can definitely probably see it happening more and more. We'll probably see it more frequently.
I think so too. I think Jeff Kaplan just wanted to, just one of the bigger ones to leave. So it's just interesting to see him go. And at least and it lets me wonder, like, what's the future of Overwatch gonna look like? And Overwatch 2, like, where is that headed now? Now it's like the main director, like, what's gonna happen with that game? I mean, it's still probably gonna come out, but does that set them back a little bit? Like, what does that change? And where does that put the game overall? So it's just interesting to see him leaving mid-project. So I don't know.
What it says here, he is going to be already getting replaced by Aaron Keller.
Okay, that's quick. That's really quick. Okay. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. Interesting to know. So Aaron, what'd you say name was? Aaron?
Aaron Keller he's been part of Blizzard since 2003. He worked on Warcraft, Overwatch, and yeah.
Well, hopefully he does good and can bring, the fans of the Overwatch games, good updates and I don't know, fun, because that's some of the things that Blizzard games are missing, is just fun these days.
Yeah, which is a sad thing. Oh yeah,
Yep.
they're definitely going to continue Overwatch 2, Danny. It's just we're going to have to see more on it, basically.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Just an interesting news topic. Moving on from that, there's another news topic. There's a lot of news that came out this week. Amazon's Lord of the Rings, the MMO game that was being created by them and Leu was the other company, is canceled. And honestly, I'm really not surprised. The company that was developing it, no, you're not surprised either, right? I had a feeling like something bad was gonna happen. We just didn't hear anything about it. It was just very quiet, and then I don't know. I didn't have a good feeling about it. But the company that was developing it, Leu, they were acquired by Tencent back in December. And then when you put when Amazon was trying to work with other big companies, they're just not good at working with other big they're just not good at working together. They're just not good at working. They always can never find a good standing ground. So deals always fall through and whatnot. So Amazon, said, nope, we're done. I cancel it. So they broke off. So I don't know if something else is going to happen with Lord of the Rings with Leu and Tencent. We're going to see something else, but it's not going to be developed by Amazon. I don't know if there's going to be something else that happens completely with it. But as of right now, Lord of the Rings MMO is completely canceled. You still got Lord of the Rings Online if you're into that game. I wouldn't play that. But I don't know. So I wasn't surprised to see that. And honestly, I think the whole side of Amazon has just been struggling, to be honest.
I agree.
Right? They just have not been good.
They're going to be their biggest project too. Besides,
New World.
We'll talk about that one later on. But,
yeah.
Basically, but I'm going to be honest. I don't blame Amazon doing that because of all the stuff that's been going on with Tencent in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I want to actually know the full thing behind it of why, they couldn't come to terms of allowing, Amazon to continue with the project. But
I think it was I think there's financial things related and just kind of figure out different contracts and whatnot. It's just I didn't see I was looking for details and I couldn't really find the deep details. I just couldn't find a common ground, I guess, between Tencent, Leu, and Amazon. So it sucks because it would have been cool if it happened, but it didn't. So, but whatever. And if you look at Amazon in general though, look at their game The Crucible. That game went onto Steam. Released as a final product, went into Steam, got put back into beta, got put back into a closed beta, and then got canceled. I'm like, wait, who releases the game, puts it into beta, throws it back into closed beta, and then cancels the game completely? I'm like, oh right, Amazon does. So they're in a struggling area. They're not doing well at all in their gaming world. So they had delays on New World. there was a whole like alpha release that some people got into and were playing it, and everyone that played it said had very good things about it. So I hope the delays for this game is good. I would like to check it out when it drops so I can play it. Man, my green screen's all messed up. I'm trying to move so I'm like not like being cut off. My cat messed around with my camera and it's all fudged up. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with the whole Amazon gaming side. I don't have like if you even look at Amazon's Luna, their cloud service, it's worse than Stadia, and that's saying a lot.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, it's
it really is.
Yeah,
wow.
Just in terms of how you have to buy the game or rent the game or this with the game and have to have, I don't know, that's stupid. Like it's I remember Hypnotic or JP was looking into it, and he actually got into the beta for it, and when he actually got, he was like, dude, this I'll have to find his messages, but he was very disappointed with the way that the gaming, you have to own the game or something with the game. I don't want to give false information. He just said it sucked. And it's just like kind of like looking through reviews of it, there was a lot of people saying like it's not great. So
wow,
I don't know, I haven't used it myself, but yeah. This kind of stinks. But yeah, that's Amazon in a nutshell. Stinks to see Lord of the Rings being canceled. I hope New World does good, and I hope it does not become a Crucible where they release it, beta it, close beta it, and then cancel it.
I agree. I totally agree, because I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I wasn't able to try out the beta for it, but from the stuff that I've seen, it actually looked pretty decent.
Yeah, it did. It looked pretty cool. So it's cool. So I'll take a quick moment here. I want to throw something in here too, because I had to talk about it in the beginning, because I kind of forgot that we jumped right into our news. So we're gonna start a segment starting I think the 6th of May, and I think our first guest is gonna be Glimish content creator, Spect Poo Eagles. He'll be on the 6th of May. We're gonna be doing a kind of like interview of Meet the Streamer or Meet the Content Creator, where we get to spotlight a different content creator for about about 35 to 40 minutes, go through some questions, figuring out who they are, what they got into content creation, what they like to create, where they stream, what their hobbies are, what they do in the real world. So just kind of get to know that person, which would be cool, because we put up on the YouTube, get it out on Anchor into all the different podcast stations, so people can sit there and just learn about that person and go check them out. So trying to help with the community and spotlight different content creators in different ways. So that's coming May 6th. So like 2 more weeks, we have our first person on the show. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, definitely agree.
Oh yeah,
he's a really cool dude.
No, he's an awesome dude. Yeah, we were chatting in the guild, and he's very cool. So this wasn't really news, but I'll bring this up here. This was just pretty cool. You sent this to me the other day, Fate. It was actually just pretty cool. So I'm gonna expand this. So this is the xCloud, Xbox's xCloud on the Telsa, and he's messing around with it. That's just pretty cool. Like, I just found that neat. Like the xCloud can be pretty much used anywhere, and anywhere is a freaking Tesla. Well, I keep calling it Telsa. A Tesla. That's just pretty dope. So I found that pretty cool. Right? It's pretty cool.
A huge backlog of video games on the go.
Right?
Out,
Now if he hooked up a Xbox control to this, I would be even more impressed.
I'm sure he possibly could.
So, but it's pretty cool. And then I like Phil Spencer's. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, apparently from when they were trying to use the controller, there was a lot of latency issues with it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like over time, like it once it improves, I'm pretty sure there will be no latency issues at all.
No, I don't think so. I mean, once they figure, I mean, the xCloud's new technology too. So once they figure out all their nonsense and get it going, I think we're in a good place for it. So, well, so far it's pretty neat. I'm liking it. But I love Phil Spencer's her response. Not quite the scenario we are focused on at the moment, but love to see the community taking Xbox Cloud with them everywhere. Always gives us feedback on where you want to play and the experience. It's a journey, lots of work ahead of us. So I think he was a little impressed. So like, oh wow, it's pretty dope. Like that, it's playing on a Tesla, which is pretty cool. I have to say, that's pretty awesome. To see like Xbox Cloud there. So I think it's one of the things I like about Xbox or Microsoft is that they're not just giving us exclusives. Well, I mean, they don't have any exclusives, but besides Halo and Gears of War.
Not yet.
But in the next few years, with Bethesda, I think in their back corner now, that we will see some exclusives. But exclusives to me shouldn't make a system. Who cares about your exclusives? Because if you're telling me I only can play this game here and only with these people, I don't want your game, nor do I want your system. I want my choices of where I want to play my games. Don't lock me into a freaking system. I want an ecosystem of being able to where I want to play. A single, like, Sony's games are cool and they're great, but I'm not going to buy a system just for one game. Like, I did that and I will never do it again. It was a waste of money. You know what the game's doing? It's sitting there, covered in dust. I'm never going to play it again. I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. Never going to play it again. And I'm not buying part 2. I will wait for the full release. It's just ridiculous that I'm locked down to a specific system. I don't like that. I don't like exclusives.
I know what game you're talking about. I know what game you're talking about.
Yep.
But now I got a question for you. Do you actually think that they will do a PC release for it?
I think it's not Sony's decision. I think it's Square Enix's decision. Square Enix is the owner of it. And suppose, you know, the one year contract is over. So now it's just a matter of just getting Square Enix to be able to port it over from PS4 to PC. And I think it will happen, just not anytime soon.
Because this is the way I was looking at it. Because I have a feeling that they're mainly just focusing on the expansion that's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, I think.
And maybe
I agree with you, man. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to release all the PS4 first. Like, they're not going to just say, all right, we're going to work on the expansion and port part 1 to the PC. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to work on all the game on PS4 and then report it to the PC at a later date in time. I don't think we're going to see it on Xbox just because you won't see it on Xbox. And that's just
yeah, I have that feeling too. I have that feeling too because originally it was leaked.
Right.
To be on Xbox.
And then it didn't release on Xbox. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see it on Xbox at all. So it's pretty cool though. With what their it's pretty cool that they did make a sequel. I mean, for me, it ended up a 7 out of 10. It wasn't anything. It was a very good game, but it was, I don't know. It was good.
It does have flaws. It does have flaws.
You know what? I think without giving much away, it was like the way they did the story. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. The whispers kind of threw everything away from me. Like, it bothered me. I'm like, I'm done with this. No, it bothered the hell out of me. I understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for it.
See, I didn't care for it. That I'm looking at it. This is the way that I'm looking at it. I think that what they're trying to do is it's gonna. Yeah, of course, it's a whole new, like a whole fresh game to itself. Yeah, It does have stuff from some of the stuff from the previous game, but I have a feeling what they're trying to do is trying to expand a story from Advent Children, the movie. I think that's what they're trying to do.
I guess. I mean,
I can like in my opinion, I think that's what they're trying to do is kind of like expand off of that, and put their own twist to it.
Yeah, I get. I mean, Advent Children was good, but it wasn't like I was like, if you're gonna rate a movie, it was like a 5 out of 10. It was great, but it wasn't anything spectacular. Like, it was okay. I was like, all right, that was cool, whatever. I you know what it is? I think I'm just tired of the overhyped nonsense of Final Fantasy 7. Like, enough. There's a million other IPs they can come up with. Stop overhyping this game for the last 25 years. Like, let it go.
But Riven, you want to play that BR game when it comes out.
What BR game? Oh God, no! I'm not touching that nonsense. God. The freaking milk this. They got milk this game until there's no more milk to milk. Oh, it drives me insane. But then if you look at me, it's.
Oh
no, go
man, I was like, why would you need to make a BR game? Like, I understand you can make money off of it, but
yeah,
why?
It's true. So why not? I mean, look at fucking Skyrim. How many times did they release Skyrim?
What's next? Exactly. That's what I was about to say. What's next? Elder Scrolls BR?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Could you imagine? Elder Scrolls BR. I mean, technically there is one. It's called freaking Citadel in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, you're right.
That's hilarious. All right. Anyway, what's up next for our news here? We got this was interesting. Microsoft partnered with Rainway. Rainway's cloud technology. I thought it was actually pretty cool. It's allowing them to kind of just deliver their technology in kind of like a real-time streaming and bring it to pretty much any devices, all the devices throughout the browsers. So it sounds like it's pretty powerful technology. And once they actually have it up and running, they're going to be able to get it pretty much on any device through any browser, I guess. So you'll be able to play xCloud like right here from your computer on a browser, or on your Safari Mac on a browser, on your Mac via Safari on a browser. So it just sounds really neat with what they're really trying to do with xCloud, and really just give you a lot of choices to where you want to play. So like I said, it's making it possible to bring Xbox content to gamers through multiple devices running Edge, Chrome, and Safari. So that's going to be huge. I don't know about other browsers. I know about Firefox or Opera GX. I don't know if those going to be supported and later down the line. But the fact that it's just making sure that no matter where you are, what device you're running, as long as you have a browser, you'll be able to access it through the cloud. So if you don't have if you don't have, if you can't download it to your PC, or like it's in the cloud, you can download it to your PC because you don't have the specs to run it. You can play it right from your browser. And I think it's a great incentive for having Xbox Cloud. I think that's really cool. And I hope, that's why I like what Microsoft's doing. I'm not a fanboy of Sony or Microsoft. There's just technology that's happening that Microsoft providing that Sony is just sleeping on. And Sony, I understand, is starting slowly to come out with things, but this new Sony that's out there these days, they kind of suck. The whole leadership is horrendous. I don't know. It's just horrendous, the whole leadership. So and this whole thing with Rainway to bring streaming into different browsers that what you own, and just being able to play your games anywhere you want on any device you want, with them having big into back end crossplay with whoever you want is very cool. And as a gamer, you should want choices and not be locked down to one specific location, because it's not 1999 anymore, people. It's 2021. The internet won. Yep. We should be able to play anywhere we want.
Expand off of that. Expand off of that.
Sure.
Sony really needs to step up overall. They need to get one thing I'm definitely going to say right now. They need to get backwards compatibility. They need it. 2, they need something similar that is almost, equally just as good as Game Pass. They do in a way, but it sucks.
Was it the PS Now?
Yeah, PlayStation Now, because you can't. I mean, you could download some of the games like to your PlayStation, but a lot of them are you have to use your internet connection to play them.
Right.
Like,
I've actually used PS Now. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not that great. And they need to do something about that, because if they're trying to compete with Microsoft, they need to step their game up and actually start listening to everybody, and provide better stuff for the future of PlayStation. Because if they don't, Microsoft, no offense, Microsoft is just gonna literally stomp on them when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yep. You can't tell a PS4 fan. You can't tell Sony fanboys that though, because they'll just jump all over you. It's funny. I got into a kind of like a tiff back and forth with somebody on Twitter. He was like, "Well, so you're saying that Sony provides like better gaming experience?" I'm like, "Listen, there's no lying that Sony does not. Sony provides an amazing gaming experience, but I don't need a blockbuster game every damn year.
It's true.
I don't need one.
True.
Like, why do I need a blockbuster game every year? Yo, how about you allow like, you know, all the different games out there? Like, let's make Rocket League crossplay. Let's make everything that's available out there. It might be crossplay, but just use an example. Yeah, let's make everything out there, everything crossplay. Like, why is Final Fantasy 14 still being barred by Sony to be on Xbox? Like, why? Like, Sony, you're not allowing the gaming generation to move forward. You're still stuck in this generation of 1999, excuse my language, where you ruled. You were an amazing company. But dude, times changed. And either you're gonna move forward with time or you're gonna be left behind. Like, and it's slowly changing, and Microsoft is making that change. And I will definitely say Microsoft has no exclusives. And when I do have exclusives, I never look forward to it because
it's true.
Their exclusives aren't good besides Halo and Gears. Like, those are the only two exclusives that were good. But like their Crackdown and like their other exclusives that they just weren't, they weren't good to me. You know, like this, I was like, Sony has the studios. And not to say Microsoft doesn't have talent, because they do have talent. It's just that they don't have that, I don't know, talent drive that Sony produces. But like, I was finally sitting down playing PS4, the God of War PS4 version, and it's absolutely just from start to where I am right now. It was an absolute ride. I was like, "Whoa, my God, I miss Sony games. Like, Sony games are amazing." But I was like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't touched it because I don't want to sit down and just play a single player story. I want to sit down, play with friends, and hang out, and play different type of online games that give me options. I would like to play on my PC too. I don't want to be locked down to my freaking TV. I would like to play on my PC, and I don't really play console games. I moved away from console years ago, but I play that only when my kids are here because they like to hug my PC when they're here. I'm like, oh, my children, can I please have my computer? Please, can I have my computer? Please, can I have my computer? So while they're playing Roblox, or my daughter is obsessed with Guild Wars 2 right now. Yes. I'm playing something on the PS4, whether it be, you know, Neo 2, mainly Neo 2, or whatever, God of War or some other freaking PS4 title. But I don't know. I keep going to the top of exclusives because exclusives just annoy me these days. Like, it's not $19.99. Who cares about your exclusives? I don't care anymore. Yeah. If I can't, my thing is, if you're telling me the only way I can play this game is by buying your console to play your game, I don't want your console, nor do I want your game, because you're not giving me the choice of where I want to play it. And if you're telling me, oh, we're not going to allow crossplay, and now you're telling me I'm not allowed to play with people on Xbox or PC, I don't want your console. You are locking me down, and you're not moving the gaming industry forward. You're keeping into this little tiny bubble you think is going to be great. No, yeah, maybe to your fanboys they're great, but to the rest of the world, who cares? Your bubble's going to pop. It's coming. I'm sorry, it's coming. Anyway, that's my feeling on exclusives. I just can't with exclusives. They know shit out of me. Even like Epic exclusives, they know the crap out of me. Like, why? Like, who cares? Like, I'm not going to buy in the Epic Game Store. I'll wait for that year contract and buy it on Steam. Like, I don't want my games on 10 different places. So I just turned into like a big YouTube video and just going like off on a huge rant about exclusives and that, because I have a lot to say about it. Oh man. Anyway, talking about PlayStation, let's move on to the PlayStation 3 store. I'm not sure why this was decided was going to happen. This again, Sony just being Sony. They were going to move the store from PlayStation 3, but now it's not going anywhere because a lot of backlash from the PlayStation community. And if you think about it, if they were cutting that away, they were going to lose all types of historic games and just so much content for people who maybe still own a PS3 and, you know, are buy games on it because can't get on the PS4 because there's no compatibility, backwards compatibility. So I use the PS3 for that. And now you're telling that you're going to get rid of it. It's like, wait a minute. Well, how do I download my? Can I access my backload? Like, it was just a horrible decision by the leadership. Like, Sony, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because you're not doing anything that's worthwhile, in my opinion. They wrote a blog about it. It's just so weird. I don't know why they did this. It just makes honestly no sense to me. We initially came to the decision to end purchasing support for PS3 and PS Vita. It was born out of a number of factors, including comma support challenges for older devices and the ability for us to focus more of our resources on newer devices when a majority of our gamers are playing on. We now see that you are creating passion about being able to continue purchasing classic games on PS3 and PS Vita for the future. So I'm glad to find a solution to continue operations. I'm glad to keep this piece of history alive for gamers to enjoy while we continue to create cutting-edge new game worlds for PS4, PS5, and next generation VR. So, you know what annoys me? Is just Jim Ryan. Just listen, dude. If you want to get rid of the PS3, just do backwards compatibility. Allow me to play PS3 games on the PS4. Allow me to play PS3 games, PS4 games on the PS5. Allow me to play PS Vita games on the PS3, PS4. Let me just emulate it, dude. Just emulate the freaking shit. Why is it so difficult? It drives me absolutely crazy. So, it just drives me crazy. Like, this is just a poor decision overall. Of like, hey, we're gonna do this. It's like, okay, I don't think you really need to closing down the store. I understand there was a numbers factor, but you're not giving people choices. You're saying you play here or don't play here. And if you don't want to play here, well, that's too effing bad is what you're telling your gamers. And I'm glad the Sony community stood up and said, no, F you, we want that. So I'm glad, because that's what Sony likes to do. They like to just they don't like giving you choices. Bring backwards compatibility. Give your gamers that. Xbox does it. Microsoft does a great job with it. Don't tell me you can't do it, because people emulate your shit on PC all the time. There's PS1 emulators, PS2 emulators. I even saw a somewhat functioning PS3 emulator. So please don't tell me you can't emulate, because communities are doing it. I have a lot of gripe about Sony, man. Like, Sony just pisses me off. They just hold back the gaming community so much. Ah, rah. You have any comments on that? Like, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Oh, for the store?
Yeah, the store and just overall in general. Like,
I mean, yeah, I was pretty upset by it, because I was thinking about eventually getting a PS3 because I wanted to play some of the original PlayStation games. And Danny like went onto the store for the PS3, and she wasn't even able to purchase games before the date they were like closing everything down.
Douchebags.
I mean, and like it's like it was 2 months ahead or so, like before the scheduled, for them to before. Well, I can't even talk right now. But it was 2 months until they were supposed to close it. And this was like, about a week ago or so, I think, when she was trying to do that. And she wasn't able to purchase like any video game from, the PS3 store or anything like that.
That's crazy.
Like, with her credit card.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a messed up situation. But I'm glad that they listened.
Yes.
For them to even think about doing that, something that they should never even thought of to begin with, because people spent their money on that. Because without that store, they would not be able to access their games that they purchased.
That's ridiculous. I just don't understand something. Jim Ryan needs to go. Like, just the CEO, he just needs to go. This Sony, this day and age, Sony is just horrendous. Sony, like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it just, their whole gaming side just horrendous. Like, I have no love for Sony right now. If they do some other if they there's a whole other topic that I want to bring up for next week's podcast, is the priority BS and how they're locking people out from different things, like visuals and locking certain consoles down to not having full frame rate, just to keep people on. It's just stupid. Like, just annoying crap that pisses me off. That's not good tactics. It's just dirty play to keep you on their system. It's not business. It's just dirty tactics. That's a whole nother topic.
If they were to go through that, if they were to go through with that, it would have been definitely a dirty move, because that's them technically trying to force people to move over to the higher up systems.
Yeah, that definitely is. Like, oh, you want the best frame rate? You're gonna have to spend an extra $200 to get the best frame. It's like, dude, I understand. Yes, there's a higher version to PS5s and Xboxes, but don't tell me that contracts are gonna lock me out from having XY. That's just bullshit, man. That's not business. That's just screwing. That's anti-consumer.
Exactly. Like, let's be honest here. There's a lot of people in this world that can't afford that type of stuff, like a PS4, PS5, or an Xbox. Xbox One X or a Series X or a Series S, for example. They can't afford that.
Right.
And if they were to get rid of all of that, how would they be able to access the stuff that they bought previously?
That's true.
It doesn't make sense at all.
I agree. I totally agree, dude. So I don't know. We'll see what's. We'll keep an eye on Sony and see what they do the rest of this year. And I just know I'm just not happy with Sony overall. Very anti-consumer company. Moving on, we have Sega. This is interesting news. So Sega sold off all of their Western arcade division. They sold this off to Paul Williams. He's the management team lead, and he's been with Sega for 20 years. So he's now has control of the Western arcade division. I guess it was made more sense for them to hold on to get rid of it, so Sega could focus more on the in-home game market, because they were trying to, I guess, span their, have their visions in both areas, but it was just costing too much money. So they sold them to everything. So Sega won't really have, like, Sega itself won't really have much control over it. The Sega name will still be on all the consoles, and it'll still have maintenance done by like Sega, but they're not going to have any more pull in that division anymore. It's going to be handled by this Paul Williams person, who is with Sega, but in a whole, like, different area of Sega and underneath, not the like the gaming division. So that gives Sega more room to just focus on their games at home. So hopefully we'll see more stuff pop up. We have Phantasy Star Online 2 Genesis. That's open beta soon, right? Or did it already happen? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a closed beta.
Oh, it's closed beta. No, you're right. It's closed beta.
It's closed.
So that's happening. So hopefully we'll see some games coming out a little bit better.
Now, I got a question for you. Is this the division that was also doing the Yakuza games?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I read the article. I didn't see anything about Yakuza in here. I think this is more. I think it's more along the lines to just kind of like set off their losses, because when we had COVID, they had to shut down the arcades. When the COVID was at its height.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to get back from their losses. So they sold it off to reap some money back, and then now they can also focus more on the in-game home market, which makes more sense. I mean, people. I understand there's arcades and people that go to arcades. I grew up going to arcades, but it's not something I think is really done as much these days. Especially not in the U.S. Like, there's barcades and whatnot. I have a few arcades over by me, but they're not as popular as they were back in, like, the 80s, 70s, 60s, around that time. So it's definitely at least 70s and 80s, even early 90s. But now it's just like, why do I need to go to arcade and pay 25 cents or $1 to play a game when I can play so many free games from home, or just emulate all those arcade games? So I don't know, but it's cool to see. So hopefully Sega will make some good decisions with their in-game home market. I found that interesting. Our last topic of news is about the Glimmer streaming site. They had I actually missed a meeting, so chime in, or if you want to talk about this, Faye. I missed that meeting. I had things going on. They had a meeting for their new roadmap. They actually tweeted out their roadmap, didn't they?
Yeah, I got it.
Here it is. Right. So viewership is about phase 2. So viewership is all about phase 2. Well, we got the Glimish mobile app coming, video improvements for poor networks. So we got custom channel emotes, which is very cool. Gift subscriptions, I like that. And rating. Rating, I think, is always a nice thing. I think it's good and bad. I think sometimes people, when they're streaming and it's one person, like they sometimes people feel like they're supposed to be rated when someone ends. So
I think they're going to be replacing hosting for rating, because technically in a way it's the same thing as hosting if you think about it. So
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. I meant hosting, not rating.
Yeah. Okay.
I meant hosting. Yes. I like rating better because you don't really get rating, just pulls everyone over. Where hosting, people have to join you. So it's like rating just brings, whether you're lurking or not, you're getting pulled over into.
Yeah,
One second, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's something that we really needed for like a long while. I definitely think this is going to be something really useful for the future of Glimish. I personally think it should have been there off of phase 1, because but that's just me. But I definitely like, the number one thing that caught my eye was, besides the mobile app, was the video improvements for poor networks, because there's a lot of people that don't have really good internet connections, and for them to focus on everybody, that right there to me is me showing them showing that they actually truly care about the community and want everybody to be able to view streams with no issues, and to give them good quality and stuff even when you're on a poor connection.
I agree. So I'm looking to see how they do that. Overall, I think Glimish is going in the right direction. I think it definitely needs to still market more. When you go look at Glimish, like when I go on Glimish, there's at any given time throughout the day, there might be like 40 streams live. And every person might have 3 to 5 viewers. Some have 10. So there's some viewership there. A lot of it right now is just the streaming to viewer ratio is like huge. It's more streaming than there are viewers, but that's because the site is still new. So I think the Glimish team needs to just market a little bit more. And I understand they've been trying to work out problems and whatnot and just get things going and move to phase 2. But I feel like they need a marketing team. They need to expand that out to just market Glimish a little bit more to get not just streamers on their platform. They need viewers. Because if you're just streaming to streamers, that's great, and you're gonna build a community, but eventually you're gonna hit a wall and never gonna grow if you don't have that streamer to viewer ratio. If you don't have that, you want the viewer to streamer. You always want your viewers to be more than your streamers. So that's where I'm hoping it goes. I understand it's a brand new site, so it's gonna take time to get there, but I just going through their tweets the other day, and I was like, man, they need to market more, and they are, but not as much as I would like to see them market. And I think they need some type of like dedicated team just to push towards marketing.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. But I think right now they're trying to like take it slow and work their way up, which I personally like. It is a good thing to do, but they also need to have people that are steady on the site as well, to keep eyes on the platform. But I totally agree with what you're saying, but like the platform is definitely making some really good steps, but they definitely do have a long ways to go, especially if they want to keep bringing in more people and have it like at a steady rate. Because you don't want too many people rushing in on the platform and then just bash on the platform and just leave. I agree. I agree with that too. Like I like it needs to have a good balance, but I think they're coming into. They've been live. What? When the hell did they go live? A month ago? I think it was actually no. It's been a little bit longer than that, man. It's been a little bit longer than that.
Almost 2 months now.
Close to the beginning. It was close to the beginning of the year. Close to the beginning.
Oh, that's right. They were like February, weren't they?
Been flying by, man.
I don't even know how they went live, dude. Oh my gosh, they were like live in February, I think, weren't they? or March or end of
yeah.
no, yeah, like end of February, like the 18th or the 16th, something like that, around there. So they've been live for like over 2 months now. So I just feel like, you know, it's been a little over 60 days and they're doing very well. Like they have a great supporting community behind them, but I think it becomes more than just the it's more, it has to be more than just us streamers promoting the site. We need to do, like, I love what they do. I do love the Glimish University. I think that's very cool. I think it's a very neat and unique thing that they're doing for the community. For people who don't, it was March 3rd. Okay, so it's been a little over a month. Okay, thank you, Danny. Yeah, I think you're right. March 3rd was right. Yes, I think it was March 3rd. It's a little over a month. It was March 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, that makes more sense. But I like that they're doing the Glimish University. They get people to come in, they teach you how to do OBS setups, output settings, videos, scene setups, and all that. You know, and so, you know, people may not know how to do that. You know, if you're a brand new streamer and you're checking out Glimish for the first time and they're providing this and then they're putting it up on YouTube for you to check it out later, that's pretty dope. Like that's awesome. Like, thank you, Glimish. You don't see, I mean, you see people do that, like Twitch has done that as well. But the fact that they're, I think, doing it in a live way of doing it to engage with the community and answer questions, compared to, like, I think Twitch just kind of like made recordings and a write-up. And I think like Mixer did, they made like recordings and a write-up. And YouTube has like recordings and a light up. They're actually doing live streams, so if you catch them, you can jump in and ask questions that are relevant to what the topics that they're being covered. So I think that's really neat. I like that they do that. So that's a big bonus. I think they're doing very well in terms of growth. I just feel like we need to see more promotion. Like the last promotion I saw from them was April 10th. I know. Then they're talking about, okay, phase 2, and it's cool. They're talking about the things that are happening, but like promote your site. Like the April 10th one was great. Hey folks, we'll be streaming a phase 2. April 10th was, hey, have you seen our new homepage now featuring 6 random streamers every hour? You can decide whether or not you want to be featured through your channel. So, like that's cool. That's cool promotion. I like that, and I love the fact that they randomize people on the front page every hour. That's something. Doesn't matter if you have 100 viewers or 5 viewers. You will be on the front page every hour. You could be on the front page within the next hour. So I think that's very fair, and that's very neat. I do like that. So it's neat. I like the fact that they're still having their monthly meetings or weekly meetings. I hope that they keep that up and don't stop it.
I agree.
I think that's something they should do. I understand they're gonna get bigger and bigger. It does. I understand they get to a point that they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's too big, and the people who are like running like the Glimish developers and all those people who are on those meetings now will not be able to join them, and it may stop and go to like a monthly type of meeting, which is fine. But you need to have your community managers then run it. Like, you just can't stop it. I feel like once that happens, you kind of lose that transparency and communication with your community, and then you're gonna lose. That's where you just kind of lose that disconnect. You have kind of that disconnect. So I hope they keep that up with the community, where they talk about a lot, and just even meet, even some monthly, they just meet. So I don't know. Other than that, I think they're doing very well, and I hope they keep doing what they're doing. And phase 2 looks neat. Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, they didn't give a date.
Definitely could be good. This is what they said, that they said that it is going to be randomized. The stuff that's on that list is randomized. It's not going to be all in order. They're going to be bringing them out in their own order and stuff. So
okay, that's cool. Well, here's their full roadmap. If we just bring it up really quick. So this is the maximum valuable launch that already happened. Viewership is phase 2, and then sharing is carrying phase 3. We'll be playing closer to phase 2 being completed. So I don't know what phase sharing is carrying. I don't know what that
group streaming and stuff like that.
Group streaming, I guess, things like that. Can you share a stream on Glimish right now? Can you click share, like tweet it out and whatnot?
I don't know. Actually, I haven't even tried that yet.
No, I don't think you can. go just find a live stream and just try it really quick. Just click. Oh, Dragonlight's live. So we'll click here. Yeah, I don't think you can. You can like click. You can like click here and go to.
Oh wow! I just noticed something that they added.
What?
They put a mature tag.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until now.
Yeah, no, you can't share it. So hopefully they'll add like a little button here where you can say like share the stream and tweet out. And hopefully like when you're in your settings, they let you go into like your channel settings and go ahead and set it up here. So when someone tweets you out, it can be what you want to say, and they can let you add variables to it. So you can say, you know, a percent, you know, variable game, and it calls out the game you're playing. And then I think that's cool. So you don't have to worry about freaking the person have to worry about using some type of nonsensical default like Twitch thing. When you share it out, it's some like whatever Twitch thing. You can really customize the hell out of it and say, I'm, you know, come watch, you know, I Dr. Fate on Glimish playing X game URL and or whatever you want to make it. I think that would be very cool. Mixer used to do that, and I love that Mixer did that, because you can use variables inside your tweet out, which is very cool. I enjoyed that. I thought that was very neat.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So overall, I like Glimish. It's a good site.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I really like the community as well. The community is really welcoming and really nice. I have yet to really encounter anybody that's negative on the platform.
Yeah, I haven't encountered anyone either. You also have to think too is that you haven't had that, you know, it's still new. Like if we go into like gaming right now, there's 24 channels that are live right now. So a lot of people I think are like, you know, it's too new for me. And they haven't really joined on to it yet, which is fine. You know, I'm one of those people.
Nothing wrong with that. I think they address that as well. Like if you are not interested in it right now, you can come back later on down the road. And,
yeah.
You know, because especially since they're building the site, and they said there's no issues with that.
Nope. Which is cool. So, overall, I think it's a good site, and I think as long as I keep building and market more, I think we're gonna see. I think I see it become something very cool and very unique. I don't think that they're not trying to take on, you know, Mixer, not trying to take on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube. They're just trying to be their own thing and exist in the streaming space and give a different place where people can come and hang out, stream, make friends, build a community, make some side cash if you want to make some side cash. Right now, you know, I don't think Glimish is the place to be if you want to be a full-time streamer. You know, you look at that, you know, look at YouTube, look at Facebook, look at Twitch. But this is definitely not a place I would say I want to be a full-time streamer or stream on Twitch. I think you have a little bit of a hard time doing that, even though you have thousands of streamers on here. But I have 1,000, maybe hundreds of streamers on here. So this would be something that's later you have to do. But other than that, I think it's a good site.
So I do have one more thing to throw in there.
Sure.
Not for Glimish, but if are we still continuing with?
Oh, you do that, dude. I'm sorry, my kids are calling chat, and I'll be right back. But go ahead and do your segment, dude.
Okay, it's not a problem.
I'll be right back, man.
Yep, not a problem. So it seems that Epic Game Store has acquired itch.io, which is an indie game store. I just found out a little bit ago about that. I definitely think that is really interesting. Let's see. So it seems itch.io is a downloadable app that is coming to Epic Game Store. Let's see. There's going to be over 200,000 titles from itch.io. Yeah, it's really interesting. I wonder when that's going to happen. Comparison Steam uses a tiered system. Let's see. The addition will put itch.io in front of the Epic Games Store, roughly 31.3 million active daily users, and brings over 200,000 titles from itch.io to Epic customers. Itch.io is a collection of some of the most unique, interesting, and independent creations you'll ever find on the web. The representative from itch.io told, okay. Yeah, that's actually kind of huge now that I think about it, because that actually brings more people over to the Epic Game Store. Yeah, we definitely do have games on there, because there's a lot of free games in general that you can get per month, and it like sometimes they do it weekly as well from time to time. Like right now, there's like a few games that are on there that are free. And it looks like Alien Isolation is one of the free games for this week. And Hand of Fate 2. But I don't know how to feel about that. That is huge news for Epic Game Store, but that really caught me off guard for that. See, yeah, that's a lot of extra users though that's going to be added for Epic Game Store. That is if people transfer over to that though. That's the thing, because there's a lot of people that are really against using Epic Game Store. A lot of people. Oh, it looks like they didn't buy them. It is joining the Epic Game Store. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna keep this up for when he gets back. But how's everyone doing though? Definitely hope everyone is doing well.
Oh my gosh, chat and Fate. I'm so sorry.
No, it's completely fine.
Oh, so sorry about that. You know, kids. They call. Anyway, what's up, Toe? Did I miss everything? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just found out something just a little bit ago before you left.
What's up?
Indie game store itch.io is joining the Epic Game Store.
What game?
Itch.io. It's an indies game store.
Oh, I never heard. Oh, yes, itch.io. Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's
roughly over 31.3 million active daily users on the site.
Wow. Holy crap. That's humongous to join the Epic Store.
That's a lot of people, but I don't think they bought them though.
No, I think they're just going to be showing up. I wonder how they're going to be showing up on the store. That's interesting. I wonder if this is going to be like, if they're allowed to upload their games to the Epic Store.
That would be really interesting because if you think about it, now I wonder though, like, is there going to be like a tiered system for like what type of games they are?
I don't know.
Like for mature audiences basically, or action oriented and so on and so forth, like have their own category for it.
Yeah, like they have that here. Like they have things split up here. Like they have short, pixel art, 3D, puzzle, retro, platformer, atmospheric, visual novel. Like they have things split up. So hopefully that, Epic can do that as well. Like Epic Store needs a lot of love. Like it's just seriously a store you can buy shit.
Yeah.
Where like again, like Steam provides an ecosystem. They don't do like crazy exclusives. They're like, hey, this is where you can have a store, but we're gonna give you everything that comes with it. We're gonna give. I mean, it took them a long time to build this, but we're gonna give you the community, which gives you discussions, workshop, market. You can watch people stream on it. Like they give you an ecosystem. It's not just a freaking store where you buy shit. Like, and people that oh, no one uses the forums. It's like, yeah, they do. When people have issues on the Epic Store with certain games, they come here and post shit. Because, I mean, look at it. You get artwork posted up here and everything. Like, Steam is awesome. And if Epic really wants to stay in the game long term, they're going to need to create stuff like this. Like, because I have no reason to be on Steam. I have no reason to be on Epic.
Yeah, they definitely need to have something huge to draw in people.
Yeah.
But
nope, I agree.
What I definitely don't want to happen again is what happened beforehand in the past with the Epic Game Store.
With what store?
The Epic Game Store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Epic Game Store. It's just whatever.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Getting free games every month, is a cool thing,
Yeah, but how much they've lost so much money because of that.
Yeah, they did. Let's be honest, they really did. Plus, I think there was like articles on it recently about it as well.
Yeah, it was like a couple of like $3 million.
They lost
actually
a lot
more than that. Actually,
I think it was like 30.
Was it 30 million? I thought it was it might have been 30 million
or 300 million probably.
It's craziness.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Apple said that Epic Games lost about 181 million on
181.
That's in 2019 though.
Wow, that was 2 years ago. That's a lot of money though.
Putting the total losses far at more than $300+ million.
That's crazy. That's still that's a lot of money.
These figures be correct? Yep. Big games like Metro Exodus, Control were released the first Epic Games Store before coming to Steam later. Oh, and Control too.
Control's a great game. If you haven't played that game, go play that game.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
But yeah, I think that's everything we have for the podcast. We got a lot of news tonight, and we appreciate everyone coming out and hanging with us and doing the podcast and chilling and chatting. It means a lot. Chilling, chatting, lurking. This is going to be up on YouTube. Right when we end this, it'll be up on YouTube. We're going to continue streaming. I think we're going to play some Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but people will be able to watch the beginning part of this. I may actually stop the stream here and cut up a new one just to have two separate streams, so we don't have like so people don't see it. It's like, oh, why is it 6 hours? I'm not going to watch that. So just we can have like an hour, so we know it's a podcast, and then stop my other stream. But before we do that, let's head on here. And Fate, how can everyone find you?
My Twitter is iDrFate at iDrFate. And then on the place where I stream at is on Glimish, glimish.tv/iDrFate. I stream there from every Monday through Friday from 2 to 10 o'clock. But yeah, that's gonna be that's about it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I am you can find me everyone at Riven Burdragon. That's me pretty much everywhere except for YouTube. I'm Riven MDR on YouTube. I'm right now on Sunday, Tuesdays, and every other Saturday. I am on twitch.tv/RivenBurdragon. On Thursdays, we stream here live only on YouTube for our podcast. And then I've been toying around with the idea for a while to move back to YouTube. I happen to like YouTube. I like the ecosystem it gives me. I was here streaming the Division 2 a long time ago, and it was getting good hits. We were building a community, and I don't know why I moved back to Twitch. Don't know why. So I'm probably eventually gonna move back here. I just haven't made announcements or anything like that yet. But for now, Sunday, Tuesday, and every other Saturday, find me on twitch.tv/RivenBurdragon, and Thursdays here live at 6:30 with our podcast. Just makes it easier. Don't have to really do crazy editing or uploading for the podcast. So guys, it's been awesome. I appreciate everyone coming out. Fate as usual, also hanging. Hang tight, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna end this stream and come back with a new one. And just to start up our Ghost Recon stream. So guys, I appreciate you all coming out. We appreciate you all coming out, and we'll check you out next time. Peace out, everyone.
See you guys.